What's up, Cyberhawks? So in today's video, we're going to be going over AI and jobs. This video, this guy, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, is talking about losing his job to AI. I have been hearing a lot of people talking about losing your job to AI, but I guess I haven't seen nobody actually, like personally, in my life, necessarily losing their job. And I guess I haven't really seen any videos of people actually losing their jobs outside of like YouTube shorts and like TikToks and whatnot. So I'm definitely intrigued to see what he's going to say here. If you've been in the tech field, I guess any amount of time you probably heard about how AI is going to take everybody's job soon. So we're going to see. I don't think they're going to take out all the jobs, even the cyber. I think, like, at least so far right now, at least. I guess depending on what type of or what field within cyber you're in. Um, it has really helped out a lot. Like even like with Microsoft Defender helped me out a lot. Some of the AI features within it kind of just makes it easier, to use XYZ things. But yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see what he's going to say, and I'm going to just give my thoughts and reactions throughout the video. So let's go ahead and
I
start.
want to share how I lost my job as a copywriter to AI. And
Okay, copywriter. Okay. Before we even begin this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure Chat GPT may be on here a little bit. I use Chat GPT a lot, to help out with some of my, like, I use it on a lot of different things on YouTube titles, my descriptions. I can use it to help out with making sure what I'm writing sounds good and different things of that nature. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see how AI end up taking his, or like how exactly, like what part of his day did it mainly take over that they were like, hey, we don't need you anymore.
I was one of the first people to I feel like I was one of the first people to lose their jobs to AI. And it's so stupid because on one side, I love AI so much. And on another side, it's completely destroyed my life and took everything from me. So there's that, I guess. Um, but what I want to say is like, I, I, I was foreshadowing this for quite some time. Here's some context. So I was studying computer science in college, and I remember taking an AI class. And immediately after that class, I just dropped out of college. So we took what AI is, what its potentials are, what it's being used for, and what it can do in the future.
Okay, so that's cool that you're able to like learn in school, or maybe that's not good, just for the fact that right after he graduated, and I guess right after he left it, started school. I mean, started working, and then bam, his job ended up getting taken over. But let's continue.
And I remember thinking, oh, you can teach a computer how to write code. Cool, but like, how am I going to be useful as a coder if the computer can't write code by itself?
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't know how long this will take to happen, maybe 5 or 10 or 20 years, but at some point I'm going to be out of a job if I keep doing this.
Okay. I mean, I see where he's coming from on that, but the way I'm viewing it, I'm like, okay, let's say AI can, help out, with writing code, or can write code. You can then use that. You can get to the position that you have an idea and you're like the prompter of these codes. I did a video talking about how I use ChatGPT to make a video game for me, using, just me not coding anything, just me just using good prompting for it to work. And it took a while actually. Now I'm sure in the future it'll be a whole lot easier, but just the way you prompt things can it should be a big difference between you and another user. With using AI to like do code and to do a whole lot of other things like that. So like when I was hearing about, AI can help out with like taking over with coding and whatnot. I guess in my head, instead of being like, oh, okay, I should never learn how to code. Okay, maybe I should learn how to code so I can kind of get some, at least the basics down. And then from there, I can get good at the prompting of this AI. So then I'm able to control it, kind of get my gist there. So that's kind of how I kind of viewed it. But I guess some people viewed it as, oh, okay, so AI can help out with code. So I should just not ever code in my life, and I kind of just go to a completely different field. But let's continue.
So I quit. And before that, I was studying graphic design, and I quit that because I hated it. And I went into computer science thinking that's a bit more logical and
Yeah.
stuff. But then I just dropped out of college.
Oh dang, 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 dang. Okay, I was not expecting that. I thought he was to switch his major. You know that happens. I mean, I switched my major 2 times. I went from being a computer scientist to business administration to digital media. So yeah, I mean, it kind of at that time I didn't know it was normal, but a lot of people apparently have been switching majors. But I don't remember nobody ever talking about that to me when I was switching majors. I feel like I was like the only person, maybe me and 2 other people. So it's funny now that I'm older and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I switched majors." But yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I graduated, and I'm thinking I'm like the only person really who switched majors, and I'm like everybody and mama talking about they switched majors. I'm like, wow, no one ever talked about this. Everybody made it seem like they did not switch majors ever. Well, let's continue.
So, but you know what I thought? I thought, okay, maybe you can teach a computer how to write code, but you
Oh, okay. Never I'd be creative. Okay.
can never teach it how to be creative.
And boy, okay. Before I comment, I'm just gonna let it play just a little bit longer.
Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Oh my God. So, whenever GPT-3 came out, I remember my boss or my CEO posting something on LinkedIn about how he prompted it to write something and it wrote it and it did a great job. And literally the next day, I stopped receiving tasks from this company, who for the past 2 years, I'd been receiving an insane amount of tasks every day. And I also happen to be the sole breadwinner for my family. So I
Dang.
had that to worry about, but I wasn't really worried because I was good at my job and I knew the company needed me. I was the only operator there. So it was kind of like, a done deal. And then GPT-3 happened. And I remember seeing it and thinking, well, this is pretty good for what it is, but I'm not sure it can replace me yet. But I kind of thought it might. And
Okay. 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 Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people talk about with AI, it not being creative. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It can be very creative. I use AI a lot. Like I was playing around with the beta on Photoshop with their generative AI, and how you can have an image, like a small image. You don't have to have like a full image, and then you can have it create the background and create everything else, which is so cool. And like another thing I like about it too is like I can I can take like a screenshot of myself just like this with my polo gray, and then I can go over it with the pen tool or whatever tool it is in Photoshop, and I can be like, you know what, give me another color, give me red, give me a blue tuxedo, etc. And it'll like put that on me, and then they give you multiple options so you can pick out. Okay, maybe not this one, maybe not this style, and then none of those look good. You can generate more, and you can fill it in. So I guess in that regard, I'm doing a little prompting, but not always because literally you can just go over like a spot or go over an area and don't have to type in anything, and it'll just do its own thing. It'll just be creative and create its own thing that makes sense. So yeah, yeah, obviously he didn't know about all this at this time, but yeah, yeah, but dang, with writing, man, with AI right now it's crazy because literally I don't have to hire anybody. I can just, if I need help with some type of writing, I can just type in kind of what I'm talking about, whatnot, give like the grade level. I like to do that a lot of times too. Like, hey, give this to somebody like an eighth grade could understand, or give this to somebody who like anybody like a like a sixth grader could understand. And then it kind of just makes it easier for everybody to have like more complicated things or more technical things um said in a way or like more in layman's terms that like everybody can understand. And the AI just does a great job at it. But let's see what else he's gonna say.
then I like just
Oh yeah,
stopped
and it sucks that he's a breadwinner too, man. And this happens right then. That sucks. That sucks, man.
receiving any tasks. And like a couple of weeks after that, they just let me go. They were like, "Oh, you're still here." so so yeah, and I remember feeling like, okay, it's fine, it's not the end of the world, even though deep down I knew it was.
Dang.
And I was like, I'll just find another job. And I did find another job, and ChatGPT wasn't an issue. They hired me, but everything I'd write and send them, they would send to ChatGPT to comment on, and then send it back to me. And at first, I'd work on like the comments myself, but like next, I started sending their comments from ChatGPT to my ChatGPT.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's the first thing I thought about. I'm like, okay, you could then send their remarks to Chat GPT, or better yet, you could write what you want to write, then send it to Chat GPT, like, hey, what can be fixed, and then have Chat GPT fix that, and then double check to see if it can fix anything else, and if it can't, then send that to them, and then they'll send that to their Chat GPT, and then they'll be like, oh wow, okay, looks like it's good. Hopefully, it goes like that. Hopefully, it doesn't go to their Chat GPT, and then their AI is like, no, actually, this can be wrong, and then you have an AI warfare going on. But let's see what else.
And it would reply to those comments and send it back and forth. And eventually, it just became ChatGPTs talking to each other. Like, I swear to God, it was like there's no people at that company. Point is, I ended up quitting that job because I just absolutely hated it. It was horrible. And today, I actually regret leaving that job because it was my last job. And ever since then, I've been applying to hundreds, if not thousands of jobs and getting nothing. No freelance work, no full-time, part-time contract, nothing. Just
Dang. Yeah. This job market, not just in that field, it's like everywhere, but yeah, 100,000. I understand. I was going over 1,000 before I got my current position and cybersecurity. So I definitely understand this is a hard market, and he's in copywriting too. So, man, like you can't just take courses necessarily on that. I don't think there's like certifications for this so you could put in your resume. I don't think there's like projects you can be like, hey, I built this, because you're in copywriting. Man, I would say on that it's probably more so who you're working with, like with big brands or other companies, maybe how much revenue they could have gotten maybe from XYZ post from you. Man, I don't know too much about this field, but that's kind of what I'm kind of guessing. If anybody copywriters in the comments, definitely let me know your thoughts on this.
It's gone. Everyone I talk to is obsessed with automating everything, with getting rid of their marketing team and just having AIs do everything for them. So there it is. It happened. And since then, I've been doing nothing. I've just been gaming, and I'm trying to upskill and learn new stuff, so maybe I can be useful in different ways.
Okay, now that's good. That's good. Now that's something I do like. I've talked about several different times in other videos, upskilling yourself and continually learning new things. You don't want to just be you should don't want to be applying to a whole bunch of jobs. You're not like bettering yourself at all. So I'm glad that he's attempting to upskill, learn new things, and continue to grow. Hopefully he's also updating and improving on his resume at times, because when I first started out, on my 1,000+ job applications, my first resume I thought was super good, but then after going through so many different like Reddits and Discord groups, etc., that resume I thought that was good, it was pretty sucky, and the resume I have now is so much cleaner, so much better. And throughout that whole time, just continually learning and being able to add new things to make me more of a catch to an employer. But let us see what else he's going to say.
I'm learning 3D modeling and Blender.
Nice.
I'm learning some game design. I don't know. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, but none of them are making me any money, or neither do they have the potential of making me money, because I'm not good yet. It's not like with writing, where I've been doing it all my life and I could actually work in it and be productive and useful and make money and whatever. But this time it's different. It's awful. And I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it. I saw this guy. There's this video that went viral of a guy saying he lost his job, like now, as a graphic designer.
Dang.
I'm thinking, it's been fucking a year or whatever, or two years since I've lost my job as a copywriter. And now graphic designers and other sort of creatives, like in the workplace, are thinking that they're gonna lose their jobs. It's like copywriters were the first to go, and
Mm.
every copywriter, not every, but like a lot of copywriters I've talked about, just like kind of want to tell you that you're bad at your job, or like they want to virtue signal that they're better, or they can find clients because they're good, or I don't know what they're trying to do. Point is, that was GPT-3. I lost my job to GPT-3, not GPT
Mm.
3.5 or 4 or 4 turbo or O or any.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Yeah, he said he lasted to 3. Yeah, man, I can just imagine how Chat GPT, what 7, 8, and all these other AI. I'm going to have to do a video on this. I don't know why I haven't yet, but there's a website where you can actually create your own AI movies, or like I guess more or less clips, like animated clips, or I guess you can make it look realistic, but it's all AI. Like I wrote like 2 sentences, pretty much how I wanted like Baby Yoda to like look cool, have like some sunglasses, like rocking out to a concert. And it created me 2 videos of him rocking out a concert with people and everything. And he's like actually playing. Oh man, I don't know why I haven't actually released that video. I'm gonna probably make maybe like 2 more on there, and then I'll go ahead and do that for you guys so you guys can see. But yeah, you can do a lot, and that's just right now. Like I can just imagine how it's gonna be like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Because I mean, it looks pretty good for something that was so freaking quick, maybe like a minute or two. So I can just imagine how this is going to be from a year or two, from now. It's just going to be crazy. You're going to be able to, make a script, send it to the AI. It can probably storyboard the whole thing. Now that's something too I didn't even think about as well, man. I needed this back on my old YouTube channel. So I used to have a channel where I used to go over like gaming concepts, and I actually may have to go back on that now. It's on the Indigo Gaming channel, and pretty much I would kind of just show some concepts and maybe like characters or maybe brand new games I think would be cool. And on there, I had to do a little finagling with the little Photoshop skills I had, and kind of just getting bits and pieces from media and different things, some other media, to kind of make it work. But I guess with the AI, I can really have the game characters in different scenarios that I previously wasn't able to do. So yeah, that's also a good way for maybe people who are in the storyboarding space, maybe at a company or whatnot. Maybe your explanation of things may not be the best, or maybe it is, but maybe you can also have a visual element to it. So then you can be like, hey, here's my pitch, 1, 2, bam, and here's a animation, 1, 2, bam. So yeah, that's another thing you can probably use this AI for. You don't necessarily need for like full movies, but it can be pretty good for like concept and maybe storyboarding.
Of that, right? That was just GPT-3 was enough to replace me as a copywriter. And you might think I was bad, and I'll give you that. It's fine. But that's not really the point. The point is I can't find a job anymore. So I guess what I'm saying is subscribe, because this is what I'm doing now. Oh God. I mean, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I never thought that this might be my only chance, because
Dang.
other than that, I think I'd have to open and run my own business or something like that. Because, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, copywriting is dead.
Dang.
I don't think you're like, yeah, the high.
Dang. Yeah. I don't think it necessarily like completely different for everybody, but maybe for like a majority of people, yeah. The first thing I thought about when he said this is maybe trying to see if you can work with like older people, maybe 50 plus, 60 plus, who may not be familiar with all of this AI. I think maybe you can still get in right there, because there are a lot of older people who aren't interested in none of this. They probably don't even know or aren't aware of any of this. And the reason I say that, because I got people who are younger who don't know any of this. Remember one of my sisters, she told me she had no idea what none of this was. She was just hearing AI everywhere, but she had no idea. And I was able to use Chat GPT, for example, to help out with a resume, to make it look super nice, make it look pristine. Using my prompting skills alongside of the Chat GPT, our fusion together made something really pop. But yeah, she had no idea, and she's young. Like, so if younger people still not all up on this, like they can still be a good amount of older people who aren't. I don't know, like Craigslist have copywriting and whatnot, but there could be possibly a place where you may can find some people who are older who don't necessarily know about all the new stuff, but they're still with the old styles things, possibly.
Level, very high level copywriters, the very high level marketing writers are going to keep their jobs. Not every writer is going to lose their job, but a lot of them will. A lot of them, a lot more than I think anyone has an idea. Anyway, another point. So this was the whole video. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep trying to work on 3D modeling and my YouTube and see what I can do. But if you happen to be in the same position, let me know down in the comments. Tell me what you're doing about it if it's happened to you, or if you think that it's my fault that I lost my job and not AI's fault. But seriously, I've been applying to thousands of jobs and just nothing.
Dang, dang.
And yeah, at first I wanted to stay delusional and be like, okay, I'm still gonna find a job.
Okay, now I also got a question on that too. So I guess since he is planning to, like, like you said, like thousands of jobs, or at least hundreds of jobs. I'm not sure he's been writing everyone down, but it probably is over 1,000. I guess there are still a lot of jobs who are looking for copywriters. I guess I would assume there wasn't that many jobs that are hiring for copywriters since they're using Chat GPT. So, oh, excuse me. So I guess they are still. You know what? I'm going to bring up LinkedIn real quick, and you guys can't see this, but I want us to type in copywriting for jobs. I think I spelled this right. And after we're done with this, I am going to actually just take a quick look. So, so we can just see real quick. But yeah, let me go back and let's finish this
all
out.
of that. But finding a job is not the point for me. Like that's not. I can go find a job. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I think if like 20 years from now to
oh
30
yeah,
years from now,
yeah.
what am I going to be doing? Am I still going to have this job? Am I still going to be useful in this capacity
Maybe
or
not.
whatever?
You may be a
And
manager or something
it
else.
doesn't feel like it. And I feel like even if I learn 3D modeling and any of that, at some point, it's AI is just going to be good enough to do it by itself. I mean, you already have like the Google's new model and OpenAI's new model, and like where you can just basically have the camera open all the time and GPT can just read your screen
Oh
and all of
wow.
that. And Microsoft announced like recall
Yeah, I do remember Recall. A lot of yeah, a lot of a lot of oh my god, a lot of security, a lot of security concerns with the Recall. But yeah, I don't know about the other one that you can just have your screen open and Chat GPT will just, you know, I guess read everything on there. That's pretty cool actually. But yeah, I have heard about that Recall and that being a lot of different security concerns on that for sure. Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game. Maybe I may talk about that. Well, I think that's bad, but let's continue.
and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, who knows where this is gonna go? Uh, I'm sending this video out into the void that is the internet, and not expecting anything really. I'm just gonna put this out there and let it be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would ask you to like and subscribe, but I don't know why you do that. Honestly, this channel is garbage, but I want to keep working on it and keep uploading and see.
Okay, cool. And I mean, this video got 18,000, which is nice for only 700 views, 700 subscribers. So he's pretty much almost monetized. I guess once he gets to 1,000, he will be able to monetize his channel. Let's me just quickly see what else he has on his channel. Oh, I bet I promised consort with a riggedy. Oh, that's Elden Ring. Is that what he's playing? Why you can't have friends anymore? Lost my job to AI and reacted to it. How I was okay. So, yeah, I guess on his channel he's gonna probably have to think of a niche because he does have like the gaming and talking about tech and different things of that nature. I'm not exactly sure those two are gonna mix. Kind of just being a YouTuber myself, having multiple channels, having a gaming, this, etc. Yeah, I'm not saying that necessarily grow in that regard. Game tech reacts. Yeah, that's a lot going on, but I am going to definitely wish him the best of luck, though. Lebanon, okay, I'm still going to wish him the best of luck. Now he isn't in the U.S., so I guess when we're looking at these, it might not be 100% of what he sees in Lebanon. And oh wow, you guys can't even see this tab. Let me see if you guys can see it now. All right, so yeah, what I'm seeing here may not be 100% to him, but it should be pretty close. And I just wanted to take a look at what they're looking for in copywriting, just real quick, because he's saying he's applying to 1,000 jobs, so I guess they're still hiring for the position. Again, I thought it would be like barely any jobs in this field since it seemed like AI was taking over, but it looks like they're still looking for people, looking for maybe a certain amount of skills and maybe other areas, English communication, how to write content, deep understanding how to optimize copy for Word. Oh, for web. Okay. Okay. So maybe that's something he can do. Maybe he can create like a portfolio, maybe like a website, kind of showing maybe some of his higher in copywriting skills, maybe from different sites, maybe different social media posts, maybe that have been going viral. That could also be something that he could do. Maybe get like an Instagram, start writing like, good think pieces there that kind of go viral and be like, hey, I can get your social media going. I can get hundreds of thousands of people, following me, liking my stuff. Okay, this one digital content specialist, 65K, only 53 applicants. That is crazy. I haven't seen something like this low in a long time. I'm just so freaking used to seeing like 1,000 plus dang here on LinkedIn trying to get into different cyber jobs. So this is crazy. Only 53. I'm glad they're looking for a bachelor's in journalism, all that. Max 3 years in digital content creation. I don't know if he did digital content like in that regard, or maybe when I see digital content, I'm thinking of like social media content. Maybe they're talking about all digital content, period, like websites, SEO. Oh, okay. Now this could be something he's also doing, making sure that I guess his copywriting is SEO, like I guess compliant, so that or his like the website maybe he's helping out. Maybe it's more likely to have like the correct keywords for Google or Bing that you're able to have a higher chance of getting higher up on the ranking list on their site when you do the searching. That could be something. You got PTO training days. Oh, okay. Wait, this a 1 day of PTO or 1 full week? 1 full PTO day of training per year, 1 full pay of volunteering per year. Oh, wow, only 2. I thought, wow, they can give you a week of paid time off. This one is looking for only 41 again, 3 weeks, 2 years in marketing experience and operating a drone. Okay. Copywriter. All right, let's look at a couple more. Let's see. Work with a creative team, bachelor's of English, 0 to 5 years. Okay. Over 100, of course. Hybrid full time, technical writer, remote, 1 to 2 years, technical writer, developer, advocate, experience with Kotlin, MongoDB. I heard of MongoDB. And any other good ones, writer assistant. This is in Miami, Florida. Only 89 in Miami. I guess there's not too many writers over there anymore. General supervisor of task list. 2 plus years working with writing is a plus, but not necessary. Scribe, transcribe, voice memos. Okay. Okay. So they're still looking for people to help out with that. 2 plus years of executive assistant is a plus, but not necessary. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 So yeah, I mean, I am seeing a whole lot of jobs on this. Kind of got me thinking like, how can he put himself in a position that these jobs want to hire him? And again, he's in Lebanon, not in the US. I doubt he's applying to US jobs. If he hasn't been applying to the US jobs, I say definitely look for some of the remote ones if possible. Because it looks like there's still a good amount there. I don't know what type of pay he's looking for, but hey, 45 to 55 for a junior content strategist. That could be good for him, possibly. I'm not exactly for sure what he's looking for on that, but yeah, I do see a lot of jobs in this field, and it looks like they're looking for a lot of different things. Some looking for again drone, again specialization, social media, specialization, etc. Yeah, social media platforms. So yeah, maybe that's something he can look into too, because yeah, everybody wants to grow their Instagram, Facebook, etc. And having, I guess, a good copywriter and good person who can help out with the social media aspect of things, they can make your post go viral, can definitely be a good asset. And again, if you're watching this video right now, maybe that's something that you can think about doing, like in your free time. I see that you're playing Elden Ring as well, or Elden Ring. But with that, I know the game's kind of going viral. I've been seeing a lot more people, I guess, talking about it throughout some of the channels that I follow. So maybe you could maybe like find a way to maybe make like a page maybe dedicated to that game, and maybe having like quotes, or I don't know, maybe you can do some type of social media aspect. Maybe you can also still play, but like having like maybe a quote or like a certain, I guess, maybe summary of something that's funny, like, hey, if you're playing this boss XYZ, something they can kind of make you go viral. And then you can put this on your resume, like, hey, I just started this page out. I'm already making this go viral. Or maybe you have to have other companies in their social media and like, hey, I did this. I was running and writing everything here. We getting a whole bunch of likes that increase the company's follower account. With this, we had a 3-5% increase in the actual sales in this course sales, and people actually, going to our website, etc., etc. Like this, I'm kind of just thinking outside the box. So hopefully some of those can help out. If you guys have any like ways you think you can help out with him, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm definitely intrigued. Hopefully he sees this video and he can also maybe do a response here too. Maybe kind of going over some of the things I've talked about and kind of see if we're both in line, or maybe we're completely in different ways. But if you are watching this video and you are interested maybe in like remote work, you can definitely apply to some US jobs, because it looks like they're still hiring as well, and they can give you a few more thousand that you can actually apply to. Again, I saw someone like 80 on less than 80, which is crazy. Again, looking at some of the tech jobs, it seemed like dang near everything was like 100 plus, 1,000 plus. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.